So we talked a little bit before the podcast about like Marvel, DC. I know we're still cool, Gareth, even though I know your stance on Damien. Whatever.
Hey.
Look, man, he's a little jerk. He's a
He's
little jerk.
a jerk,
Yeah, he
man.
is, dude.
Butthole, man.
And you know, it's super biased. Tim Drake, the third Robin, is my boy. So when they kicked him off and they brought this little jerk in instead, and I was like, hashtag not my Robin, dude. Like,
I'm a Tim Drake guy too, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I used to watch the animated, I remember the animated series, and I liked the fact that his Robin costume was black and red.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. That's
Bright like green colors, and I was like, finally,
that's
like
true.
black and red, you know.
And they changed the actual comics because of that. They changed his comic costume to be black and red too.
And then, like you said, I always thought he was like the best Robin because he was actually more of a detective than everybody else. Yeah. And I thought that's why him and Bruce like dynamic was so good together because they were both detectives. But I mean, you know, Damien, he alright. He got little anger issues and all that.
Didn't he get a new costume now with a collar and stuff? Didn't they give him like a costume with a collar or something, like black collar costume or something like that? I was like, Damien, that's not it, man. That's not it.
Return that stuff, give it back to Target, get a new one, dude. That's not
Target. I just like
kept to the receipt.
For me, it's either Damien or Jason Todd, man.
That's Jason Todd for me, man. Jason Todd all day.
Yeah.
Y'all just like Jason Todd because he became the Red Hood.
Nah, I liked him before that, okay? I liked him before that, okay?
Okay, so I was just thinking about this the other day, is that, did you really, though? Because here's the thing. So if you've read Death of the Family, which is where, like, Jason Todd dies, it's like, he has no character really up until when they're ready to kill him. Yeah, he's like super generic, except for they're like, okay, just kidding, he has anger issues, so he's the angry Robin, and they're like, really? Where? Like, they did it like right before he was dying. It was like retroactively he was the angry one.
They got a little retcon there. They retconned him. They were like, hey, he's the Robin that had the balls to steal the tires off the Batmobile.
Okay, all right,
cool.
So, like, I liked that because at least it was like it was a character trait. It was very different than Dick Grayson. But I was like, at first you start off as just like a Dick Grayson clone, and I was like,
basically,
that's lame. That's lame.
I agree.
Yeah.
But like you said, Damien, he alright.
I just love the sword, man.
I know that's what it is.
That's all it is.
Look, man, if you're trying to be part of a team where no one's allowed to kill anybody, I don't think a sword is like the easiest thing to work around. Like, it's a very killy weapon. People with the flat parts, like
the back part. The only way that Damien would work with a Batman is if he was with like Thomas Wayne, who was just shooting people.
Just down with that. That would actually be interesting.
That would be.
That's a good idea, Dmitri.
That would be dope.
He's like, where's your $1 million check, dude?
Right?
Get DC on the phone.
Right, DC, do you hear this right?
Quick, they're making Flashpoint right now. Slip it in.
To get paid for that idea. Right.
He does. So that's the perfect combination.
No, completely. But we can all agree, even Gareth, like, I know you're a Tim fan, but come on, that Jason Todd in the Red Hood looks better than Red Robin.
Come on. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him.
Here's the thing. I know I'm in the huge minority, but I love the Red Robin costume with the cowl and like the bandoliers. So I don't like it when they made it more sleek. But when like he first got like his own series, it was like a little more like rugged. It was more like a tunic as opposed to the sleek like body armor that they usually have. So I actually really do that costume, but Red Hood looks fantastic. He always has a super cool design. So I could definitely see where you're like coming from, thinking that his
Red Hood could throw on a t-shirt and a leather jacket with a bullet.
And that's it. That's all
we know. And a mask and a helmet.
I will say Red Robin is a way better symbol because I don't know what the Red Hood symbol is supposed to be. It's like a bat with its head cut off, and I'm like, what is this?
It's like a red blob. I don't know.
I was like, is that supposed to be a hood? Because I don't get what you're supposed to make there.
Are you psyched about the new, what is it, the Gotham Knights game that's coming out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm super jazzed about that because it's interesting to me that it is so close to the Arkham games, but not technically in the canon, I guess. That's a little confusing. Where it's even to the point of Batman being gone. I'm like, why would you even, because you want to play as these other characters, but including that, it seems so strange because that's the big cliffhanger of, spoiler alert, of like Batman Arkham Knight. Like that's where they left off with Batman being
that's
gone.
how they left it off.
But I get that they're trying to make it a game where it's very focused on the B Squad, and I'm just happy that Tim Drake's Robin in that, dude. They never give my boy credit.
Yeah, never.
I personally thought Damien there.
Oh my god, I was waiting.
I thought they were. That's what I was finna say.
Because his costume's kind of more Damien. Yeah,
it is. Yeah. And I personally thought they were just gonna do a Batman Beyond for the second game. I thought that's what they were gonna do.
Yeah. So
when I saw that, I was like, I'm okay with it.
My thoughts on Batman Beyond is I love every aspect of Batman Beyond except for how they treat all like the side characters. So I like what they did with Batman, and I love Terry McGinnis. But like how they treated Tim and like Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon's
they're not even there.
And then like they made Tim Robin like Joker and then quit. And I didn't really like that because I don't think like the character that like I followed in the comics probably wouldn't have quit being Robin even after that. And that's what really bothered me. I'm even okay with him getting like that horrendous thing done to him. But I just didn't like that he quit after that. You know what I mean?
It was pretty devastating, though.
Yeah.
Like, that was rough.
It was good, but it
was fantastic.
Yeah,
I think like the one thing that I loved about Batman Beyond over like original Batman is like Blight was just a cool character.
Great.
Like he was just a cool character. I'm gamma radiation. You can't be near me.
My favorite lines in animation is he's like, who are you? And he's like calling out to Batman. He's like, why are you doing this to me? And he's, you killed my father.
Oh, I remember that line.
And he's, do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? You kill so many dads, dude.
There's a lot of dads.
I love that so much.
I love that line. That was a great line. I think even in the comics, they like it. I'll spoil it a little bit. So like, spoiler alert for anybody who doesn't read the comic book Batman Beyond. But he like has to keep getting bodies throughout the thing. So he's like, because they rot away after a while because he's gamma radiation. So it's of course. So it's like that's one of the main plots before the series ended. He was trying to get Terry McGinnis and stuff like that. I was gonna be his new host, and I was like. And then Terry McGinnis forgot he was Batman. I was like, oh, all right, cool. Like
they did that with Dick Grayson recently in the comics too, where they made him forget he was Nightwing and had amnesia. And I'm like, guys, this is like Days of Our Lives nonsense. Like, we have Jesus. Like, he's about to have a secret twin, a secret evil twin.
Like an agent. Like at one point in time, didn't he become like an undercover agent? Like,
this is all within 2 years. He was like a secret agent and forgot everything. And dude, give my guy a little break, dude. He's just not having a good time.
At all.
Not at all.